Yo, what's good? It's Coach Appetite. It's the podcast that's bringing the culture, knowledge, growth, self-awareness, and accountability. I say accountability because it starts with us. We got to set the example for the generation that's coming behind us. Like I always say, man, the 80s follow the 90s and the 90s and so on and so forth. Got to make sure you set the example. But today we're going to be speaking about awareness, man. We got to recognize what's hitting the radar. And my boy, Juvie, he hit my radar. I tapped in with his music on his IG posts and recognize the vibe that he was pushing, man. Bro, really give, what I'm saying, good energy to the community with that music, you know what I'm saying? And if you ain't tap in on it, you got to tap in on it today for sure. But one of the things I want to discuss before I get into, the little interview, I want to discuss about music and the freedom of speech, man. We got to recognize the power when it comes to that freedom of speech, which is the First Amendment right. We got to understand that, coming where we come from, we might not be able to, verbatim speak how we feel, but we'll put it through our music, and our music always been that voice that people listen to. Every culture is going to tap into that music and listen to what we got going on because that's our voice. And it's not just music, it goes down to sports. Some people, they can't express it with words, so they find different arts and tactics to be able to express it.
Yeah.
And today I gotta definitely tap in with my boy, man, because his music really hitting. And if you ain't on it, you sleeping, man. Definitely, bro. What's good with you, boy?
What's going on, my boy?
How you feeling?
Thanks for having me, man.
Most definitely.
Very much appreciated.
Most definitely, most definitely. Today I just want to ask a few questions so that, especially in my city, so they could recognize who you is. Because the way that it hit, you know what I'm saying? Me, when it came to music, I was like, yo, because definitely I know music, fam. I've been listening to music all my life. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's tapping in with the culture. You know what I mean? When I heard your music and the voice alone gave me the chills. I'm like, yo, bro, gotta get heard, especially in my city, Palm Beach, man. Definitely, man. So how long you been doing this, fam?
Man, I started 2015 around that time.
Okay.
Just playing with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I linked up with some producers, you know what I'm saying, around 2017, 18.
Right.
That was drawing me into the studio.
Yeah.
And I was working my magic. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But it took me a while to really understand when you make music, you have to make music.
Right.
You can't just have a song.
Right.
Because the song is just a beat.
Right.
So whatever you put on it, that's your creativity. You know what I'm saying? So molding myself around other artists that's trying to do what I was doing. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we bump heads and we made music happen. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it was a big circle, you know what I'm saying, from where I'm from, North Lauderdale, aka the Dirty. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of artists out there. You know what I'm saying? One of the mainstream artists, you know what I'm saying, that was really pushing his music was Junkie Jack. You know what I'm saying? He was really the one that was like making the way for
in your section, in your area.
Yeah, and from North Lauderdale. Right, you know what I'm saying? It's more than a handful of artists over there. You know what I'm saying, that still ain't get recognized, and we're still trying to put in that footwork. You know what I'm saying? So I made a promise to myself that whatever comes to mind, drop it on paper, drop it on wax. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Even if you don't like it, they're gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my motivation and where I stand at this moment.
Yeah, I like it what you're saying when you're saying that you coming from the soul and you putting out music down is how you feel. Because one thing I know about us, we could recognize when it's transparent. We know when it's coming from the soul.
Yeah.
It's because we could relate to it. You know what I mean? And the fact that we could relate to the music, we connect with it. You know what I'm saying? So when it came down to your music career, did you ever had a time where you was recognized by a label or local label? Anything like that?
I was recognized by a label called Free Space, the label. You know what I'm saying? They gave me some opportunities. And with those opportunities, I took in, I learned how things are on both sides of the ball game. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not here to tarnish nobody. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't work out. Right. I didn't feel like I was getting the full experience that I needed to move on to the next level. Right. You know what I'm saying? So With that being said, I took matters in my own hands.
Right.
I started writing promoters, different clubs,
right.
All in Miami.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's just me and my homeboy.
Right, definitely.
Sometimes it's 3 or 4 of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And every time I was calling the label to let them know, like, hey, you know, I got this gig.
Right.
Come holler at me. Excuses came.
Right.
So why am I gonna take it serious? You know what I'm saying? If you guys not taking it serious, you know what I'm saying? So it was wasted talent. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so I kind of veered off to on my own.
Right.
I started making my own music under my own, you know what I'm saying, label.
Right.
And started pushing it out and promoting myself.
Right.
Feel me? And I think that's the best thing I ever did.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Don't nobody else know how hard you want it except you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
definitely.
It be sleepless nights, you know what I'm saying, where you trying to finish just a bar,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And it may take a couple of days, but guess what? You done finished it.
Right,
that's your craft.
Right.
You know
and you don't have nobody on your shoulders.
You don't have nobody on your shoulders, you know what I'm saying? There was actually, you know, in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, doing things to draw me in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
As far as what, like to attract you to come to them,
shot me my first music video, you know what I'm saying? Took me to the club, showing me, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm not here to tarnish, you know what I'm saying? Right. I learned what I learned, you know what I'm saying? I moved on with it, right. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at right now.
Right. From the video, it looks like the city behind you, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm from Fort Lauderdale. Right. You know what I'm saying? I moved to North Lauderdale in '98. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I can consider myself an OG now. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in North Lauderdale. Right. I got a lot of people that I know in North Lauderdale. Right. Different artists, you know what I'm saying? People that really blew up. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you know, you got the supporters and you got the doubters. Right. And you got the ones that's like fuck you. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's always those type of people in the community, but you got to make them believe.
Yeah. Well. Right. You know how it is, man. You could tell somebody something 1,000 times, right, until they see progress or they see accomplishment, then they'll start believing.
Oh, definitely.
And those not the type of people that you want around. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because why are you gonna wait for me to book my first big show or like make some type of money for you to come and try to show support? Right. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. That's fake love to me. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, bro. Especially coming where we come from. That's one of the big things I try to preach, man, is unity. You know what I mean? Even on the Haitian flag, it say, you know, fait la force, but unity is power. You know, after I did my time, I came home and I was recognizing that, you know, you have to be part of your community. You got to be part of your environment. You know, you can't be divided. You know what I'm saying? Because together we strong. You know, a lot of times I look at Atlanta or I look at Texas, you know what I mean? I see how they coming together, unifying, you know what I'm saying? And definitely we have a couple of artists that's blowing up out of Florida, you know, or that already blew up out of Florida. Yeah. It's not tapping in with people that's in Florida for some strange reason. What do you see as that? Do you feel like it's still divided as far as like, oh, I'm from Miami, Broward, you know, Palm Beach, and we ain't grew up like y'all grew up, you know what I mean? So we ain't rocking with you, or is it just...
I'm gonna tell you in the simplest form, right?
Thanks.
Example. There's $1 million on the table.
Correct.
If I give it to you, you're gonna invest it.
Right.
You're gonna make your money.
Correct.
If I give it to the next nigga, he gonna buy cars, he gonna buy jewelry. So when they look at you as the strong-minded individual, you ain't gonna get no love from them.
Right.
Cause you know what to do with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, that's what's going on. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because if everybody come together, everybody eat.
Right.
One nigga want to come around with the jewelry. The next nigga want to come around with the cars.
Right.
The other nigga want to come around with the money. Right. The nigga with the car ain't got no money. The nigga with the money ain't got no jewelry. Right. So it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So if they really want to tap in with each other, you get further. You know what I'm saying? Thanks. You'll get further. You'll spend less money. Right. You know what I'm saying? You'll have more promotion. Because if I know 500 people, you know 500 people, they know 500 people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's just not thinking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sit down and just think for a minute and say, hey, man, if I tap in with this dude, who do he might know? You know what I'm saying? What type of resources this dude have?
Right.
And they don't do that.
Right.
They just head first. You know what I'm saying?
How do you utilize that?
Man, I just sit back and just watch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because to tell you the truth, as a man, you've been in that type of circle. You know what I'm saying? And you know what type of role you play. You know you're the strong man. You know you're the strong-minded individual. But you being around the people that's not going nowhere, your work don't matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you fall back and you watch, you'll know how to play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That not meaning to separate yourself from them. You just got to know how to move around them.
Right.
You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? Every playing for everybody.
Facts. I like how you put that together, man, because at the end of the day, you still gotta push yourself. When nobody believes in you, you gotta believe in yourself because that's your vision.
Yeah.
That's your idea. That's your music. That's your time that you put in. And it's good music. You know, I even shot it to one of my guys that's still on the inside.
Yeah.
He was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm one of those guys, when I listen to good music, I get addicted. I want more. I want to see more. And, you know, I get disappointed if I don't, you know what I'm saying, keep getting more of that, you know, that library of music, bro.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like, as long as you're doing your part, pushing your music, you're going to have somebody that's feeling it, that's going to jam it. And that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not about reaching a million people. It's about reaching that one person, because that one person is going to spread it to the next. You know what I'm saying? You know, another thing I wanted to ask you is, as far as people that's in your label. So it's your label. Do you have somebody that's another?
When I say my label, you know what I'm saying, every music that I make, you know what I'm saying, is under me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I could name it Zoe Records if I want. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that title yet, but it's my label.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I got my other homeboy that's also an artist. He has his label.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we tied in.
Right.
I need features. He needs features. We got each other. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Definitely, bro. So what's your next goals? What's your next move when it comes to this music, man?
Man, right now I just dropped a track called The Finale.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I gotta pause you. Yo, check this out, man. Y'all need to go check that song out. Cause when I first heard it, I told him to run it back a few more times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause it was a vibe. I was like, yo, this pressure. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, carry on. Man.
Yeah, I dropped this track called The Finale. You know what I'm saying? And that's my anger management.
Right.
You feel me? That's my
that's where you get loose.
Yeah, that's my anger management,
right?
Because a lot of the lyrics on that track came from aggression. You know what I'm saying?
We felt that, yeah.
Misunderstanding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna say no names, man, but we always tight. You know what I'm saying? We always tight, bro. We wake up, you know what I'm saying, and we hanging out all day. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if you look at a circle, it's not always closed. It's always a little dotted line that's not connecting all the way. And that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no subliminal messages. You know what I'm saying? It was just more like aggression.
Right.
I had to let it off my chest, and I didn't want the message to be misunderstood from me saying it to one person, and before it got back to
the next person
around is a whole different story. Yeah, so that track right there, I got a video I'm finna shoot next month. You know what I'm saying, for that video.
So I see what you're saying. So every song that you put is definitely like an experience that you're experiencing at that time.
Yeah, the Gangsta Blues.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
I was on probation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was hanging out. It was my birthday weekend.
Right.
I was hanging out, and the probation officer called me.
Right.
She's like, hey, before you go to court, I want to see you. You know what I'm saying? So I get to the probation office. She made me drop piss, you know what I'm saying? Because she knows it's my birthday weekend. She know I'm hanging out. So I get to court. I'm with my son. You know what I'm saying? and the judge called my name and just stood up in front of me, said, "Happy birthday." You know what I'm saying? I said, "Thank you, Your Honor." She said, "Who do you have to come pick up your son?"
Wow.
So I said, "Damn, who do I have to come pick up my son?" This is what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in the track, I put that in the lyrics also. You know what I'm saying? That was basically a lot of things that I was going through.
Cold.
Yeah, very cold, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I learned from that because no matter what it looked like or what it was, I was at fault. You know what I'm saying? Responsibility.
Right.
You know
taking accountability.
Accountability. You know what I'm saying? So
that's real.
I went to jail. You know what I'm saying? Before I got released, I went to court and she asked me, did I learn my lesson?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She said, I didn't want to do that to you, but I had to teach you a lesson. A lot of people in this world, you could tell them something and they won't listen. But if you embarrass them one time, they learn from it. And that sure enough was embarrassment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of emotions in that song also. You know what I'm saying? I had a homeboy of mine that I let him hear the track. I spit it to him.
Right.
9:30 in the morning. And he's like, "Bro, you better go drop that track."
Right.
You know what I'm
Felt
saying?
that.
Yeah. That was in October of 2019. I dropped the track. And
well, that was a couple of days anniversary right there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then a couple months later, you know what I'm saying, he gone.
Right.
You feel me? He didn't really get to really enjoy
that song,
the music. You know what I'm saying? He liked it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to get that real feedback from it, he wasn't here to give it to me. You know what I'm saying? And so I dedicated that video also to him.
Right.
But the Gangsta Blues, man, that's
pressure.
That's pressure, right?
I ain't gonna lie, the city had tapped in with me when they see me in traffic. They was like, "Who bro is?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, "Yo, you sound fire." You know what I'm saying? So I felt like definitely had to get you on the podcast just to be able to, give them your voice and give them your story, especially when it came to that track. You know what I'm saying? Because it speaks volume, bro. Definitely do. You know what I mean? To be able to, experience what you experience and then put it in a song, bro. That's as real as it is. That's why I was saying in the beginning of the conversation, bro. That's how we release some of the tensions that we go through.
Yeah.
It's through music, you know what I'm saying? Express it, because you might tell a person word for word and he still don't hear it. It's just words. But you put it behind a beat, you put it with a rhythm, and you tell a story because it was a story. You know what I mean? It was a story because you're listening to it. You're like, yo, bro, telling you something, what happened? You know what I'm saying? And now you're able to give them the backdrop on that whole song right there, man.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely, bro. I'm telling you, bro, you got a talent. You got to just keep pushing it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a voice, man. And on the real, bro, you give me Tupac vibes, bro.
Hey, listen, right? During COVID,
right.
Everything was on Instagram and Facebook Live and shit like that.
And if you tap in with Kodak, you know what I'm saying, if he was just so busy, he'll show that love back.
Hey, look, right? I hollered at Briscoe one time.
Right.
And first thing he asked me for was a catalog. That's basically your resume.
Right. How many songs you done pushed out?
Yeah, you got niggas that got a couple songs and stuff like that, but they're not registered. You know what I'm saying? Not registered artist is like a liability for that other artist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because who is this guy? Copyrights, all kind of stuff. That. You know what I'm saying?
Basically like the legal background.
Yeah, the legal background. You know what I'm saying? So listen, in 2014, I moved to the Ugly Corner. I ain't know nobody over there. You know what I'm saying? And I linked up with them boys.
Right.
Seeing them every day. I'm going to work. I'm letting them stay in my apartment, skipping school, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Little youngins. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never really approached them about no music shit. You know what I'm saying? I was, every time I seen them, you know what I'm saying? Hey, keep that shit going. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Yeah, but having that experience, or just coming up, that's from the mud too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So definitely got love behind that.
We watched that boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Grow basically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From the Project Baby to to the ones that he got out now. You know what I'm saying? You know, Broward County, one thing about Broward, they gonna fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? If you popping, they gonna fuck with you, bro. If you a real loyal ass nigga, they gonna fuck with you. You feel me? For sure. So that's how Broward County rocking right now. You know what I'm saying? I wish it would have been more artists, you know what I'm saying, that was connected, bro, cause there's a lot of artists out here, man, that's snapping, man. I got my nigga J Raw, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if a lot of them also, you know what I'm saying? My other nigga Dougie, you feel me? Nigga snapping, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jaja. He right now, you know what I'm saying? Black Boy Ja, he right now, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing on that music shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So it's like if everybody came together, bro.
It'll be a movie, bro. Yeah. Definitely. Cause I look at the artists in my city, man. I'm like, yo, they spitting, you know, from PC Tweezy, One Hot. There's a couple of guys in the city that really make a lot of noise, you know what I'm saying? And for some strange reason, I'll be looking at Florida like, yo, it's something that's holding it back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is.
It's too much hoods.
Yeah. It's no unity.
It's too much hood. It's which hood is better. You know what I'm saying? Which hood is more dangerous? Shit,
worrying about the petty things,
worrying about the petty
really
things, bro.
Tap into something way major.
I seen some females. There were like 6 or 7 of them. They all from Orlando. You know what I'm saying? And they came through from different sections of Orlando, and they all dropped a mean ass collab with each other. You know what I'm saying? A mean ass cipher. And they threw a video for it. You feel me? So it's more like shit like that we need. You know what I'm saying? In Broward. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Tap in with the other cities and shit like that instead of beefing with the other cities.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And just come through and drop a fucking cipher, bro. And keep that shit going. You know what I'm saying?
And I think it's a mentality. A person got to be able to break out of that hood mentality or, you know, past experience mentality, because some dudes feel like, you know, I ain't tapping in with, you know what I'm saying, North Lauderdale. I ain't tapping in with Pompano. I ain't tapping in with different areas in Broad because of such and such incidents. You feel me?
Yeah.
But, you know, I look at, you know, Atlanta. I look at different places. I'm like, I hear these dudes giving a story like, yo, once upon a time, I used to clap at this cat. Yeah. But, you know, we put the focus on the money. Like, it's too much money on the table. Now, let's focus on the bread and we all can eat. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, all poets want to be loved. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody want to put out their work and get recognized for the work that they pushing in, because that's their blood, sweat, and tears. That's what they feel. You feel me? So I think a lot of times when it comes down to, you know, Lauderdale, Palm Beach, Dade, you feel me? I think it's a lot of past history, you know what I'm saying, damage that needs to go ahead and just, you know, not swept under the rug, you know what I'm saying? Because I could understand from a street mentality that most people feel like, nah, that shit does to the grave, you feel me?
Yeah.
But when you think about it, like, bruh, you got money on the table, you got to pay bills, you got to feed your family, bruh. If you ain't looking at a bigger picture and you holding on shit that's dead weight, but you ain't going to be able to move forward, you feel me? So I think it takes a voice. I think it takes a message. I think it takes the right song, you feel me, to really push out to bring everybody together, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, man, you keep pushing your music. It taps in with my city, you know what I'm saying? And it goes on and on. Before you know, it's a ripple effect.
Yeah, it was one of the first tracks that I had dropped. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had my cousins on there. I had my dog Dougie on there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was called Mike's Up, Guns Down. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what the fuck was going on that year, but it was a lot of people dying, bro, drive-bys and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I dedicated that song to King Carter. The little kid I was in Miami, going to the storehouse and never made it back home. You know what I'm saying? So that song, I sent it to his dad on Instagram. I had his email, you know what I'm saying? And he sent me a little email back, you know what I'm saying, thanking me and stuff like that. But it's like, if you look at it, right, and some people look at it crazy, right? All Michael Jackson music was never no joke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was never joking on it.
Right.
All his music was always a message.
Yeah.
It was always a message. You know what I'm saying? Even from Billie Jean, you know what I'm saying? If you listen to that, he's talking about a specific thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right, definitely.
It was not just, hey, I'm throwing money on the floor, this, that.
Right.
A lot of people, don't really live that type of lifestyle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I listen to the music and I hear people, you know what I'm saying stuff like that, bro, it's to draw the wrong attention.
Crowd, right?
You feel me? If it takes that to draw the attention, then damn, what's the real look like? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, you saying something.
Yeah, so
it's the message, bro. You know what I mean? It's what you're trying to attract, man. Because you push out negative, you're gonna get negative in return.
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you got to be focused on the type of message you sending, man. Like you referencing Michael, you know what I'm saying, Jackson, and how he pushed his music, man. Man, I'm talking about stadiums, people falling out. You know what I'm saying? People playing that music to this day, same as Tupac.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like messages in these music. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when it comes to music in these times that we're living in, it ain't classics, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't strong messages. It's moment. You play it today and it dies away tomorrow. You feel me? And somebody's waiting for another. You know, the attention span is not, you know what I'm saying, long as it was back in the day. You know what I mean? Now they want to hear it and then give me something else. You get people, they don't even listen to the whole album.
No.
They listen to a little bit first part, skip. You know what I'm saying? But that real authentic music, when it plays, bro, you just gonna press play and just let that be right.
Let it flow.
Yeah, because that's good music. You know what I'm saying? And you're my guy that you got that.
Yeah, my homeboy, you know what I'm saying? I went to middle school, high school with him. You know what I'm saying? He mainstream right now too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Creative God.
You
know what I'm saying? He make beats,
right,
rap, you know what I'm saying? He made that beat for Boss Man D-Lo.
Right, that's what's up.
So sometimes it just take that
one,
you know what I'm saying, and be consistent.
Right.
Because ever since middle school, he was on that music shit.
Right.
And nobody took him serious.
Right.
So now his footwork
is paying
off. It's paying off. You know what I'm saying? And I always send my salutes to him. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah, you got to keep that shit going.
Yeah,
a lot of niggas, I don't know if a lot of them don't really know what type of part and play that he played. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this music stuff.
Right.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, shout out to Creative God also.
Most definitely. It's crazy, man, how much underrated artists we got, bro. You feel me? But like you say, you just got to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Keep pushing. And all your energy, your aura, bro, it speaks for itself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Consistency, bro. I'm hoping this right here, this podcast, you know, eventually get all the viewers it needs so it could tap in with you, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, it's for you, fam. You know what I'm saying? I feel like after I done did my time, the best thing I could do is just, you know, getting attached with the culture. You feel me?
Of course.
Get voices heard, get faces, you know what I'm saying, out there, bro, because you went, I win. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? If we had more, you know, Indians instead of everybody trying to be a chief, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'll take it to another level, man, for sure. What you want to send to the people, man? What's the message you trying to give, bro?
Man, stay positive out here, man.
Factory.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, put yourself first. You feel me? The only way you can be happy is if you make yourself happy. You know what I'm saying? You can't make somebody else happy and you unhappy. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Just put yourself first. Put God first. You know what I'm saying? And keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? And keep dropping music. You know what I'm saying? Keep dropping videos. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it going, bro. Somebody gonna hear you. Somebody gonna see you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna hit you up. And the ones that doubted you, leave them behind.
Yeah, because you can't bring that with you.
Nah,
you know
you
what I'm
can't
saying?
bring
Not
that with
everybody's able to come, man. But you already know. You heard it first, man, from Coach Appetite, man. Any chance I get, definitely gonna tap in with everybody in the culture, man. Get at me. You already know. Like, subscribe, man. Follow. Definitely gonna have some more, man. And you already know you got some talent. Tap in with me, bro. Don't be shy, bro. Holla at me.
Damn
Get with me, man.
Features and all, man.
Facts.
Just tap in with my dog here.
Yeah, definitely. Just DM it. We gotta drop it here too.
Of course.
We definitely gotta drop it
know
here.
it's coming.
We gonna hit it in every age.